Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Spelunky 2, where hopefully today we're going to have just a little bit more success than we did yesterday in reaching the City of Gold. And then, once we get there, hopefully a lot more success than we've had on previous attempts in actually mapping the place out and doing stuff in there. I mean, a huge amount of that is going to come down to Crocs, right? And I guess to some extent, to a pretty major extent actually, whether or not we have enough bombs to just avoid all of the Crocs. That could end up being a big factor. So let's hope the answer is yes. As we saw in yesterday's episode, there's only so much you can do about that. Sometimes the game just decides it's not going to be giving you any bombs on this run. Oh, come on. He was already in the square and he turned around so as to not have to deal with the consequences of his decision-making. Well, shit. Okay, you know what? You know what? Screw that. Fuck you from Spelunky 2. So yeah, I mean, maybe we could, we can hope to have a weapon, I suppose. Although, actually, no, we can't. Because we have to carry the Wand of Anubis from 4-1 to 4-2 in order to use it to open the door to the City of Gold, which means that we cannot have anything else in our hands. Unless, maybe, I suppose, it is possible that there is a Waddler altar on 4-2, or maybe even on the City of Gold itself. Because if that was the case, then we could deposit a weapon with Waddler right out in the Olmec area, and then pick it up after moving the wand forward. That would be pretty nice, right? Alright, we may as well come over here and grab this. So tired of spiderwebs. Yeah, I don't know. We'll look around. We'll look around and we will be hopeful. I think that's the entirety of my plan at this point. Let's go ahead and do one of these. Okay, worth it. Math on that is very solid. I guess let's put this back down, because we gotta clear the path. Very enemy dense so far today. Alright, are we good? Is that finally all of the enemies? It is all of the enemies. I guess I should have been clearer. Is that it for all of the lethal threats? Would have been maybe a more precise question. Or I suppose more accurate. Okay, so we're coming out of this with about 15,000 gold and a lit torch and some extra resources. It's not so bad. Although if you divide the amount of success that we've had here over the 2 attempts we've made so far, it doesn't look quite as good. Alright, come on, good shop. It is not a very good shop. I will take these, though. And he doesn't even have a lantern in his room for us to light our torch off of. Very selfish, very selfish. That's a case where we totally could have just left that lizard alone. We didn't have to kill it. We didn't really get anything out of killing it. Alright, so this is lovely. Is there fire in there? Are there torches? There might be torches. I don't know. Hold on. Almost fell down that hole, which would have been a real disaster. Yeah, okay, cool. Well, that's not what I was trying to do. There we go. So the pet is in the wall over here. Is it a bombable thing? It is a thing we want to bomb for. So I guess the safe way to do this is going to be to drop it right here. Okay. And that is climbable, which I really appreciate. We can't go down and get the rest of the money, unfortunately. Yeah, not too bad so far, especially considering that we did shop this level. So we really need to be on the lookout for bombs, but aside from that, we're actually in really good shape as far as pretty much everything goes, right? Like, we are... With paste bombs, we are ready to fight both Anubis and... Oh, look at that. We are ready to fight both Anubis and Olmec. It's just a matter of finding enough total bombs. And I mean, like, the 1-4 boss and everything. Damn it. I would love to kill this mole if we can. Okay. Of course, I want to pick up the unconscious enemy and not my torch. I mean, we may as well go feed the mole body to the altar. We got plenty of time. We're definitely going to take the pet to the altar as well. This is going to be a good one. Alright, hold on. We'll try to get this guy unconscious to the altar as well. We're going to have to let him burrow and come back up one more time. Okay, really excellent moves on my part. Listen, if we take a little bit of damage securing our Kapala, it's not such a big deal, but I also should not have taken anywhere near that amount of damage. It's very embarrassing. There we go. I would like to argue with that maybe a little bit. We're gonna have to hit him one more time. Okay, that was enough for our first item, and it is free shoes, which is a big deal. That is a little frustrating because it does mean that if we had gotten the pet in there, we would have gotten our boots or our Kapala. Right, because that first item comes at halfway. Okay, well. Found our way to Yang's treasure room. That is really frustrating. So that's why, like, even in the situations where Yang's treasure room has like a torch and stuff, and or a chest and stuff, and you can potentially get enough money for it to be worth the sacrifice of the turkeys, it's still definitely not worth going for because there could be a bomb in the chest, and you could just... I really think they should try to do something to make make turning in the turkeys at least a possibility. Make it like a thing you have to consider a little bit. As it is right now, there's no reason to ever think about bringing turkeys to him. Okay, we're gonna just set the boss off and kill him, and then we'll figure out. Really, he didn't respond to that the way he's supposed to respond to it. The way he almost always does respond to it, which is by immediately rolling toward the damage. Because, you know, Spelunky. It's a game where things happen inconsistently. Okay, this should be the last one, right? Let's go back and get that pet. I really do like having spring shoes. It is awfully nice. I do wish that they cushioned your fall a little bit. I guess I don't know that they don't. It may well be that your safe fall distance is different when you have the spring shoes on. I guess I've not really tested it enough to feel like I have any idea. Swing and a miss. Hey, you. Right, I do want to take my torch forward as well. Let's just really make this as complicated as we can. Alright, I'm going to not just throw this upward and have it land on the pet's head. Look at me, pretending that I have some kind of concern for my resources. I mean, my friends. Alright, so obviously I'm not really in the mood for an idol. Yeah, let's not even bother. Getting it is a little bit stressful. God, I hate it so much. Okay, well that's interesting. That's also interesting. I'm gonna buy one of these. So if the pet ends up being in a position where we can... Okay, right there is pretty good. Can we get to you without spending stuff? No, we're gonna have to spend stuff, so I may as well just bomb right here then. And then I guess also rope. And then rope again. But you know, listen, I can only be so upset. So we're gonna go... bomb right there. And that could have blown up in a way that wouldn't have costed us a rope, but it chose not to, because, you know, Spelunky. Alright, there's my Kapala. Feels pretty alright. So, do we want to spend money on more bombs? I'm gonna. The thing is, I know we're trying to have 40k in a second here, but, like... I don't really feel like we're going to have any trouble making it. We often find $10,000 just inside the black market. So I don't think this is a great concern. Just put this down here. Come up here. We are not going to free this dude. Oh, never mind. We totally are. I have a Kapala. Okay, not bad. Not a bad start. No, the blood. You know what? I'm not going to stress about that. Okay, one of the few times that I would be fine with an earlier City of Gold. Well, listen, if we can accumulate even more money before the City of Gold, then maybe we can buy, like, a jetpack or something. Please just... Yep, there it is. We're gonna go ahead and do this. Because, like, look at all of the blood that is just waiting for us in here. That was beautiful. That was a wonderful thing. And then this is not a sister. This is this weird little back area that always exists. Okay. It's alright, you can undo bad damage. Yeah, what a weird little Weird little thing this always is. It's a shame all of these torches are so snugly jammed into their little sconces, because I would love to grab one of them. I mean, I guess we can light our existing torch off of one of these at least. And also, hold on, sorry, we still need money, and it's not going to take that long to grab this. Let's just go ahead and do this thing. Damn it. Alright, it looks like it's better to go down over here if we can survive doing so. Ooh. Okay, don't necessarily love that. Alright, that's fine. We do this. Oh! Did I just hear the eye? Maybe not. It must have been all of the other things in this area that make that noise. And there sure are a lot of them, huh? Well, they make similar noises at least. Hold on. Let me just move over here real quick. Yeah. Nope, that is the eye. It's not chirping very consistently, though. Huh. So above us, I guess? Or to the... you know what? Maybe it's down here and to the right. Well, we have enough bombs that we can test. We don't have a ton of time, though. Yeah, it's to the right. Pretty sure this will score this. And then, yeah, we gotta haul ass through here. We have 1 minute. Clovers don't stack. Don't have time to even... Can you imagine? This workaday world, this rat race, don't even have time to stop and drink the blood of a stranger. What a nightmare. Okay, a real good throw-in on my part. So we definitely need this. I definitely want this. And then I'm gonna... hold on. I should have come down here first and looked for jetpack. Because if there was a jetpack, we should buy that. Given that there's not a jetpack, I will buy this and then just get out of here. Actually, you know what? Let me have that as well. Alright, and now we gotta just beeline for the exit, I think. Yeah, we did not have a lot of time to spare on that one. But I'm feeling, like, pretty good about our position. Can't moon challenge, but also don't really need to. Oh, wait, hold on. There's a torch in her shop, though. Thank you. Yeah, not too worried about the moon challenge thing. The only thing that might have been nice is, you know, potentially ropes. Okay, hate that bear trap. And unfortunately, we do have to cross that. Okay. So do I want to try to go down and get that pet? It seems like a lot of effort for 1 health. Once you have the Kapala, things like that, the coloration on that deal changes a little, you know? Okay, we would actually love to save exactly one sister for the ropes. Alright. Oh. I don't know, I just sort of thought the second one was gonna also not hit us. You know, I'm not gonna stress about this. We're just gonna keep moving. So we could build up to invigoration. I'll just take this torch forward then. But we don't have to. Alright, so let's wait for that dude to come back and walk away again. Okay, that sucks. Definitely needed to be not right above those spikes when that happened. Okay, it's not exactly the throw I was hoping for. Ooh, okay, you know what? Let's go play some dice. There we go. Beautiful. Oh no, oh no. Little dude, you do not want to go over there. Here, this will be safer for you. I would like to play the game, please. Well, that's a shame. Okay, one, not a great start. And I mean, I have no problem spending all of our money on this. We do have to be mindful of our time, though. Oh, we're doing really poorly. Alright, we got time for like a couple more attempts. Boy, my luck. Yeah, if 7 through 12 are good outcomes, the odds of you getting multiple failures in a row are actually pretty low, right? Assuming these are fair six-siders. Amazing. Very, very happy about it indeed. Hold on, let's not burn that tile just yet. Okay, it's safe. Come on down. God damn monkeys. Alright, lots of blood. Lots of blood for me. Your blood has become mine through my actions. Not so good. You know what? I'm just going to ignore that pet. I would like to bring him home, but we just hit 3 minutes, and... Again, individual points of health. A lot less meaningful. Alright, so let's get over here and grab the ropes that we earned. Gosh, I love having a cape for this. Cape is going to be so helpful. Alright, the pet is not really accessible. There's money up there, but no crates. Yeah, I don't care about this that much. Alright, let's just let him let us down, and we are definitely in position to onk here. I feel like I should try at some point really doing this while just spending the fewest points of resources that I can, because we are often not terribly efficient with our onk. Or rather, to get our onk, I spend a lot more bombs than I need to, almost certainly, and I definitely spend more ropes than I need to. But, you know... Then I'll count... Okay, there we go. Alright, unfortunately, he didn't really focus as much this time as I would have liked. I think this is probably the pit. Especially considering the amount of money there is to be made here. Yeah, that'll do just fine. And then I'm going to go ahead and throw a rope down. Again, this is like not a necessity, but... really annoying. Just very bad play on my part. Alright, let's get ourselves an Ankh. It's weird that a bomb explosion hitting the rope, and understand, before I say this, that I am not complaining. But it is weird that a bomb explosion hitting the rope doesn't burn it, right? That was actually, like, really harrowing. I think we've got a decent shot at this. Too early? No, actually pretty solid. Yeah. Yeah, actually pretty good. I can get an okay at that. Huh. Why did I not collect that scarab? Disagree. I feel like if a thing is dead before it is visible for even a single frame, it probably should not be able to damage you. Well, now that one, I just fucking ran into a spider while pressing the whip button. Like, that's not how you do that. That's not a good way to do that. Alright, well, we're never going to have trouble buying anything ever again. We could speculatively give Waddler our torch or something, just in case it turns out that there is a way to get an item back from him. Boy, I feel like I've been at 9 health forever. I keep gaining and then losing all of my health. For the moment, I'm gonna not bother giving Waddler a thing. I really don't think that we will get it back. We'll keep an eye out. We'll see if an opportunity is presented to us. So all the way down to the bottom this time. Sorry, not all the way. Let's definitely not go all the way down, but down to the tomb. 23 paste bombs with which to solve a problem like Anubis. This is doable as long as I don't let myself get insta-gibbed. Swing and a miss. We have no idea where Anubis actually is, which is a problem, I suppose. Well, he's certainly not over here. Also, does it seem to anyone else like we're seeing an unusual number of crocodile guys? Because I feel like we're seeing just a hell of a lot of them. Oh, there's our buddy. We could just go through the quicksand there, I suppose. But actually, I'm going to bomb through here so that we have a better approach, a better angle from which to throw our bombs. And I'm not going to bother with that pet. Oops. Please just dissipate. I don't want to go to the right any further. Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to bother with that pet. The 1 health is probably not a big deal. Okay, do not get crushed by a block trap. he says, nearly getting himself immediately crushed by a block trap. I hate how short their activation range is. Alright. Okay, all we gotta do is not die until we find the big gold door. And hey, look, I found a big gold door. I also found a terrifying crocodile monster. And in fact, just actually quite a large number of enemies in total. Okay, that's how we deal with that problem. Okay. So this time we even have an extra life to look around with. Unfortunately, we have no idea how large this level is. It does seem to be unusually big. I guess I should probably take this. Okay, I think that's the top of the weird altar. Now, as I remember it, we did try sacrificing stuff to the altar. We try sacrificing... Oh, pot of gold. What if what you're supposed to do is sacrifice a pot of gold to the altar? That makes a certain kind of sense, right? Let's see if we can do that. Yeah, that's not what I meant to do. Well, shit. Actually, no, this is fine, because now the mummy can walk all the way to the side, and we can just bounce on him. Alright. Please don't see me, Crocodile Man. No. Swing and a miss. Okay, well, in that case, I'm just going to get rich real quick. Actually, don't have a lot of time. Hate it. Hate it very much. I mean, I don't know that I feel safe trying to jump on him. Yeah, because he becomes invincible anytime you try to jump on him. Alright. Right. Stupid parachute triggering from non-lethal heights. I mean, like, we can't bomb him, right? Okay. Is there anything else that we might want to sacrifice on the altar? How about the pet? Did we try sacrificing the pet on the altar in here? Because, like, that's a thing that's worth a lot of favor. Oh, I didn't... I just 100% pressed the wrong button. Okay, we're just gonna... There we go, that helps. Leprechaun. Sacrifice a leprechaun on the altar of gold. Makes sense to me. Hopefully it doesn't have to be a live leprechaun. I hate this, though. Okay, there we go. Problem solved. Alright. We have a little bit of time left. We can definitely get that pet over here as well. And actually, let me here, let me do this real quick. Oops. There we go. Oh, wait, did I? For some reason, I thought we had already saved the character from here. A monk with bright golden skin. By challenging his mind and body, he's trying to find peace in a chaotic universe. And also, you know, the secrets of alchemy. Is he gonna be able to make it up here? No, probably not. I'm gonna sacrifice him too, obviously. Oh. Huh. He can just jump higher than we can, I guess. Because that should not have been a possible jump for him. Alright, let's go get our buddy. Hey, my buddy. Oh. My man from the alternate universe. Nope. No. No. Okay, well, I'm invigorated. I mean, that's a pretty significant sacrifice to earn us another level of... What if I fed it me? Alright, let's try it. Is this going to be high enough? It is. Oh, we just died. No. No, we did not just died. Something is happening. I'm glad I got the Ankh before we came here, because I only felt safe even trying that because we had the Ankh. Alright, we found our way to Duat, a desert of ash and fire burning beneath an eternal blood moon. Yo! Okay, I feel pretty good about that one. Did it take my Ankh? It did take my Ankh. Okay, so presumably you have to have an Ankh when you do that, or else you just die. Oh. There's a moment of this world in one of the trailers. I recognize the smoke walls. Okay, I'm assuming that spooky block with the red eye in it up there is a trap. Are these movable? No, they are not. Well, I do want that bomb, or that box. This level is exceedingly cool looking. Also very vertical in a way that it didn't have a red eye in it, it had a hole in it through which the blood moon shines. So the one thing I know about this level, on account of the trailer, is that, yup, Apep, the great snake god who slithers tirelessly throughout Duat with scales of flint and a stomach full of hot ash, that is in one of the trailers. So that's not great. It seemed like there was a little bit of an audio cue. Okay, maybe he just always goes through the same areas. Okay. What the fuck is that? It's like a crocodile bear. Okay. I mean, we're learning some stuff here. Some things are transpiring. Crocodile bear, prepare to get bombed on. I did not successfully bomb him. Oh, there's no back wall for the rope to attach to. Uh-oh. Well... That's actually really funny. Damn it. Oh, boy. Okay. Well, we're either gonna have to... I'm gonna go this way. Nope, no back wall for the rope to attach to. Okay, we're gonna kill this thing here. This sucks. This is like actually a really frustrating way to die. Okay, not the way I wanted that to go. There we are. That's a little bit more like what I wanted. Unfortunately, that's still... We're removing the back wall as we bomb. So, this area is actually very difficult to climb. No. No! Alright, well, we're about to get ghosted here. Okay. Very serious jump scare. Yo, we are not ghosted. What we are is fighting a boss now. Okay, that's a green Anubis. Don't care for that. Hey, we're almost done with the bestiary. So I didn't hit the button fast enough. Wait a minute. There's an undiscovered between Imp and Vampire and Vlad. We must be missing something in Lava Town. Okay, that's interesting. Did I at some point kill a croc? I did. When did that happen? I don't know. Oh, you know, just Osiris. Just Osiris is all that we're fighting now. I'm fairly sure that was our man Anubis dropping a coffin on us. Well, There's a great big smile on my face. I don't know if that's audible. First of all, we discovered a cool new thing. Secondly, that world is so metal and awesome. I'm very eager to get back there. Let's do it right now. No, wait, hold on. This one. Let's do it right now. I was about to take damage again from that bat, and then we were going to be at 2 health. So, once again, we have there a problem of, I guess we don't know for sure that you need the Ankh to do that. We just know that it takes your Ankh if you have one. It makes a lot of sense. It probably does actually require an Ankh. But in any case, you know, the problem of being reset to 4 health. I don't really know how to deal with that. I mean, obviously the answer is you get to that place and then you gotta play well. If we had a jetpack... Listen, we know the area is not that hard because it's not that, you know, it's simple as long as you just have the best item in the entire game. Yeah, I want to see that again. That is cool. I want to go back there. I want to hopefully not get eaten by the ash snake. It seems like he's pretty avoidable. He seems pretty avoidable. You get a little audio cue, and then, like, by just looking around a little bit, you can probably tell where he's going to go through, because there are no blocks in his path or anything. On account of if there were blocks in his path, he would have destroyed them. Alright, make it worth my while? Nope. Absolutely not. The game refuses to ever make anything worth my while. Once again, I am rewarded for just having a dumb thought and then trying it. That's like the primary lesson of Spelunky 2, I think, as an experience, is that if you have something dumb comes to mind, just give it a go. Why not? Oh, oops. Well, that's a shame, because I was going to go get a torch, but, yep, didn't really think that went through all the way. Okay, I jumped and immediately grabbed the block on the way up, which is not what I was expecting to happen. Alright, you know what? I don't know how many play mistakes it is before I feel like I need to restart, but it's not very many at the beginning. Maybe it's like you earn X play mistakes for each level that you make it through. You need an average of like 2 or fewer per level. And that's not a hard Spelunky enforced rule, technically. But it is kind of. It is at least a soft Spelunky enforced rule. Because you will just die. It is interesting that we were able to throw that rock up there in such a way that it hit the loot from the back and thus knocked it down to us. That is actually a thing that if we could replicate it, it would be incredibly useful. Oh, this is very scary, actually. Swing and a miss. Okay, and then also that happens. Okay. And an additional mole from above, in case you didn't feel like the game was being enough of a dick to you. You know, which is a thing that clearly the Spelunky developers are constantly worried about. Like, oh man, if we don't dial up the challenge in this area, somebody might have a good time. Can't have that. Man. Really? I didn't even make it... Okay. I hit my head on the block, I guess, and that's what prevented me from getting any, Come on. I don't want to do this in front of the ladder because we all know that if the moment I press up to throw the thing, I will get vacuumed onto the ladder and then I will be in front of the arrow trap. Alright, let's go buy ourselves a box of bombs. Maybe it was worth trying to put together the money for money for the ropes as well. In fact, it probably was. It's not worth spending more resources to go back and get them now, probably, both in terms of time cost and also, you know, actually money cost. But I probably should have spent like a bomb up there to make that happen. Whatever, it's fine. It's fine. It'll be fine. Who needs bombs with all the jetpack we're gonna get? As soon as I started running, I was like, oh, this is a bad idea. I know you can't make it underneath a bat before it comes down one tile. And then, of course, it turns out you can, because Spelunky is the game where things happen inconsistently. Where sometimes various things occur. Alright, so I definitely want to do this with a bomb. Let's put you down. I think that should be good. Okay, well, we'll be able to get that emerald with the help of the turkey. I do not much care for this lizard. Unfortunately, there's nothing we can really do about it. We just kind of have to wait for him to waddle away. And when I throw this, I want to hit him off of the ledge we're on, so let's make sure we're far enough forward for that. And then somehow the pet fell faster than he did, because, you know, the rules of physics in Spelunky World. They're a little unpredictable. Dare I say, maybe a little inconsistent. Alright, so we still haven't actually seen all of a City of Gold. While we definitely discovered something very interesting there, I do not think that is a... I don't think we can call it done. Ah, darn it. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to hit the turkey with this. There we go. Yeah, I don't think we can just call the City of Gold done. We're going to have to still actually map out one entire City of Gold. So we're not going to be able to put together the money for that power pack. Wow, he really didn't go the direction I whipped him in. Well, that means that there's no reason to kill the other turkey right now. May as well save him for a moment. How am I so bad at that? Yeah, 17. You know what? I will just buy another bomb bag, though. How many bombs is too many? I'm afraid I don't understand the question. Now, we don't have a great boss kill here, but we did find this rock just now. Oh my god, I'm so tired of spider webs. Unfortunately, we definitely have trouble sometimes with keeping pets alive down here. So the first thing I want to do, I want to really rush this pet along over to here. Alright, now let's go back and get my... Actually, never mind. I was about to say let's go back and get my rock. There is a rock right here. Now let's wait for him to walk all the way to the right side so that he doesn't do weird stuff. Alright, that's probably good enough. And I do think that the health is worth the, Oh, he just didn't roll at us that time. That time he just jumped the rock. What a monster. He knows that we have limited time here. And if he delays long enough, I will have to just leave him alive. It's a cunning plot. But what he doesn't know about me is that my stubbornness is greater than my sense of self-preservation. I do not like the way that he just decides he's gonna jump and stop rolling and stuff whenever he feels like it. Alright, I have not been counting. Hate that. I was kind of hoping that was going to be the last one. There it is. Alright, we don't have a lot of time here, so let's just do one of these. Cool. Alright, well, my turkey is dead either way. Take my health very seriously. Because, you know, we let it get pretty low there. Can you all hear how this is at least partially your fault? Oh, I hate this, but I do want that paste. Well, alright. Worth the rope, I think. And then we really don't have as much money as I would like, so I am gonna pull this ghost pot. We went ahead and spent all the effort already. Come on, man. There we go. Ooh, very eager to buy more ropes. I will not buy a bomb box at this point. I probably would have bought a bag of bombs, but I do not think I am willing to buy a bomb box. Huh. I was holding up and throw there. I guess I must have thrown it while I was still in the falling state. And somehow, impossibly, we failed to trigger the man trap. I do have paste now, so it would be 2 bombs for that pet. I'm not going to do it. Pretty annoyed at the loss of the torch. Alright. Got him. Oof, no shoes, too. This is a rough one. You know what? We do need money. Oh, if only I'd kept my torch. In fact, there is nothing of any value in here at all. Although, you know what? I will spend a bomb on this. So let's put it right here. I'm hoping to get that sapphire and, yep, glow all the way through the floor, and that gets me you, and also, what's going on over here? So that's a moon challenge. That's interesting. Yo, that's an expensive Poochie. Okay, let's go out here. And the moon challenge is over to the right somewhere, and we would very much like to do it. Over to the right and up, I'm guessing? Which is to say that we do not, in fact, get to do it. Oh, this sucks a lot. Alright, wow. Perfectly leveled walls. Okay, here we go. We're back on the main path. Sadly, I do not think we have time to go back and get the, what do you call it? Time to go back and get the ghost pot. In fact, we are, well, after we do the moon challenge, we'll see. That's a pretty good start cash-wise, and I mean, we may as well finish digging down here. Honestly, I would not turn up my nose at the bow. We may go get that bow. That crate is a single bomb from us. Ah well. I'm not going to stress too much about stuff down there. It's not worth very much. I feel really good about our financial position. We have 1 minute to finish the stage. Yeah, we're definitely in a fine spot to get our hedge in. Oh my god. We're so far away from the exit. Alright. We cannot do that weapon shop. As much as I would like to, I just don't see me surviving taking the time to interact with it. We're just gonna go ahead and get the hell out of here. This level was a nightmare from start to finish, and somehow we did it. Oh, this is not the thing I thought it was. I'm always surprised by this. Well, I mean, we may as well take the key. We got nothing else. Nothing else to carry at the moment. do want to access that. Man, that dude was resilient. Not sure why the boomerang just suddenly fell through him. That's not great. I'm a little worried about this being the black market level because we're not seeing as much of it as I would like. Man, that's a lot of effort to get a torch. And I do not think we're going to bother with the ghost pot here. We're fine on money. It seems like a lot of trouble. Alright. Just very careful. So easy to die. So incredibly easy to die doing that. Alright, here we go. This is what we wanted. How did I not grab that gold bar? We just moved right through that gold bar. It seems like there's a little bit of weirdness with our collision box right as we're coming through a door. It's probably whatever they put in to, well, that's not the direction I wanted to do that in. Every part of that went wrong. It's probably whatever they put in to make it so that you don't get chomped by enemies the instant you leave a door. Also causes you to not interact with anything the instant you leave a door. I have no idea where this is. That was a pretty good throw. Hold on, let me see. Should definitely do this. Huh? Hey, there we go. She was looking right at me. Just did not acknowledge my my incredible heroic rescue. Okay, just a great big nothing. As backstage areas unfortunately frequently are. Alright. Where do we think those pings are coming from? Oh, apparently they're coming from, like, right here. Alright, well this is not bad. We often find about 10,000 gold worth of stuff just here in the market. So we're going to be able to afford the headjet and, like, something. Something pretty decent, I imagine. You know what I would love to see down here is, yes, that jetpack right there. That is exactly what I was thinking. So black market prices are like, they seem to be the base prices, right? So if we can just get a little tiny bit more money, we can afford that, I think, right? It's gonna be it's just gonna be flat 20. Yeah, we can make that happen. That means we are not buying the pet, but like jetpack. Hopefully this is pretty obvious to everyone. The jetpack is the right way to go. I suppose we could buy cape and the pet. Sadly, it's actually a little frustrating here. Let me go through here. There's not really a lot of gold just laying around. That was something. I'm leery of destroying the wooden floor. Let's see if there's something we can bomb up here away from the shops for a little cash. There we go. That'll do. That will not do, even though we were nowhere near any of the shops. Like, not even a little bit near any of the shops. Alright, what I want is for I want them to group up and fire, yep, like that. If one of them kills another one, then we can grab a shotgun and maybe have a chance of fighting back. But I need them not to be cycling out of here. There we go. Damn it. Okay, that'll do it. I'm pretty proud of that bomb throw. Did that jetpack get blown up? Okay. Excellent. There's definitely something moving around over there. Okay. The jetpack survives. Well, can I tell you? Not too pleased about that one. My dude. Hold up, hold up, hold up. I hate this. He's going to kill us, right? Like, absolutely guaranteed. I hate it. And we can't actually shoot him to death. You know what I can do? I can just stick him. Actually, I don't know if that's true. Hold on. Yeah, if we can get him to turn away from us and then not jump arbitrarily. There we go. I honestly probably wouldn't really have cared if he didn't have that shield, you know? The odds of him accidentally pushing me off a shelf or crushing me with the shield, I think are just like way too high. Cool. Great work there. Thanks, Parachute. Looks like no crates this time? Yeah. Alright. Wow. Okay, here we go. This is a better rhythm. So, fortunately, we are in a very good position to earn ourselves an Ankh. And we're going to see if we can make it back to that weird place that I've already forgotten the name of. But I do love it so very much. And hey, it should be a lot easier to actually get up to Osiris with a jetpack. Oh, except we can't possibly have a jetpack, can we? Because I'm going to leave my corporeal body behind. And we kept many of our items, but not all of them. You know, I bet we could do this without spending any of our own bombs if we wanted to be patient, like the way it used to work. Because we could just knock Olmec out of the sky over and over again with the shotgun. We have an infinite number of drops available. And I don't want to seem like I'm being cheap or anything. But given the number of bombs we might want to use for other things, I'm actually going to do that. Is that not working? Does he not take damage from shotgun fire anymore? Okay, there it is. Knocked one of his own float orbs out. Alright. Didn't exactly go the way I was planning for it to go. So I guess what we want to do here is lure him all the way to the side. And then we go and we prep the hole a little bit. Like, we could try to do this from below by having him stomp and stuff, but I'm, you know, in this phase, he spawns UFOs and stuff. I'm not I'm not into it. It's too dangerous. Let's just go ahead and spend some of our 40 bombs. It'll probably be okay. Okay, that ought to do. Although maybe he wouldn't actually spawn UFOs. We've definitely seen him spawn UFOs before, but I think that was while he was hovering in the lower space, right? And he... I don't know what makes him go into hover mode versus stomp mode. Whatever. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Now keep in mind, we are now going to have to deal with angry shopkeepers. There's not one here, but there will be one at the bottom of 4-1. Part of the reason I wanted to make sure that we had extra bombs was so that we can kill the shopkeepers with them, potentially. And that's a thing that might, you know, it may potentially take a couple of shots. And obviously, it would be real bad to get murdered by a shopkeeper after doing all of this excellent work, and also not doing anything to piss off the shopkeepers, but the game deciding to just be ornery for the sake of orneriness. Hopefully there won't be one in the scary place. Guess we'll find out. I'm gonna let this parachute happen on purpose because I want it to be gone. Although I suppose if we saved it all the way until what the hell is it called? By the way, notice we are 12 of 16 on places. Duat. All the way to Duat. Yep, it's true. We sure have seen a lot of objects already. Alright. We have a shotgun. We have a jetpack. We have a ton of bombs. If there was ever a situation where a person should... If there was ever a situation where a person should, theoretically, be capable of surviving the wrath of Anubis and also some shopkeepers, this is it, right? There we go. I noticed that there are additional shopkeepers here for some reason. Didn't see that. My attention was focused downward. Yeah, now what, smart guy? Now I have your gun. Alright, I think that's all of them. No, it's clearly not. There's one right over there. Well, this isn't great. You know what? He probably can't figure out how to get down here. There we go. Problem solved. Okay, that's not where I was thinking that was going to go. Alright, well, we made it down here. So now, just to find the door. It feels like it's usually pretty close to the top. Yeah, there it is. And honestly, knowing that all we have to do is hurl ourselves down on the altar, that doesn't seem so bad. Oh, there was a Kali altar right below us. Well, too late now. You know what? I'm gonna do this. We're just gonna let ourselves into the altar room in a non-standard fashion, because I am filled with terror. Okay. Whew. Reproducible. Alright. 29 bombs. Paste. And we got a lot of advantages here. We do not have a Kapala, so we gotta be a little cautious with our health. Obviously, it'd be pretty bad to get poisoned. Okay, that's not what I was trying to do. It's not clear to me why I'm not, there we go. There we go. Ah. Huh. So, even when he misses you, he hits you. You gotta not even be kind of close. Think that's bad, actually? I mean, it's gonna let me blow up one of these things. What's your deal? You're an Emmet, a terrifying underworld demon who eats the hearts of unclean souls. It eats the hearts of souls. That rules. That's so cool. You know what? Let's see what that is. We have enough bombs to go checking stuff out, and, you know, we could have gotten, like, an item from it, potentially, right? Alright, just making sure I don't get got by my own impatience here. This is looking pretty familiar. I wonder if this formation always appears. Oh. Special soul altar. Well, we don't have anything that can be sacrificed. Alright, so I don't think that's doing anything. It literally is just Anubis 2. Okay. Alright. Okay. Damn it! So, it seemed like we weren't damaging the hands, they were not showing any reaction, but when we threw a rock through the face, blood came out. So I'm assuming you need to bomb the face, probably like a bunch of times, but honestly, if you can get some paste down there, I don't think that's going to be too hard. I screwed up pretty badly there, but I think that seems actually very doable. Dear Journal, I was a crime lord, I was a king, I liked hamsters. I mean, there's really no better way to put it than that. Okay, I think that's going to have to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. When you come back next time, tomorrow, I think we're coming back here because I feel fairly confident we can actually do this. And we'll see you then.